How's everybody doing? If you're in this TikTok live, go to YouTube right now, please, and thank you. We'd really appreciate it. We're talking about UFC 284. A lot of news. Yeah, you're
You
afraid.
gotta hack the mind frame. Get past this firewall.
Well, let me just get back to firewall. How do I get to the live stream on this?
The laptop?
Yeah. Oh, here, I got it.
Let's go watch it.
Oh, wait, I got it. I think analytics, maybe? I don't know how to do this shit.
Eyeball it.
I got it.
Alright. You good?
Hold up, let me just make sure everything is good. 1080 60 FPS. TikTok, once again. How many people were there? Because I can't really
I didn't
see.
check. I just looked at the comments.
Oh.
If you're
Come over to
yeah.
YouTube.
If you're we're not streaming on Twitch anymore. We're gonna make the move to YouTube. So we're just come to YouTube. Our link tree is in our bio. Our link is in our Instagram. It's all over the place. So come to our YouTube. Drop a subscribe. Tell your friends about the live because we are now switching to YouTube and we're gonna be talking about this upcoming card this Saturday. Not stacked, but just pretty much. There's a lot to talk about in the main fight. So
Yeah, and we want to like see your chat on here. It's closer and better.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna wait for things to. I think we can start right now. To be honest.
you want? I'll pull up that stream on this phone so I could read the comments.
Let's just jump right into it. I think before we start talking about UFC 284, I think we talk about like something that's really huge going on, and that's obviously Conor McGregor's return against Michael Chandler. Me personally, I feel like coming back at 170 is the perfect thing for Conor.
Yeah.
Less of a weight cut, and you know how big this guy has been since he broke his
What
leg
is that?
against
What's that?
Dustin.
155. You see
Oh,
what
it's
I
at
sent you? You see what I
155?
sent you?
Oh shoot!
Remember?
But Michael
Someone-
Chandler in a YouTube video today said that it's at 170.
I don't know, because Full Violence posted it's 155. It's a
155?
lightweight fight. That changes everything.
It does.
If it's at lightweight instead of welterweight, that changes.
Yeah. Two things. Yeah. I'd prefer it to be at 170, bro.
Accidentally muted my mic.
To be honest, at 170 is probably like the best bet for Conor. But
Yeah.
I think that this is the most perfect matchup for Conor in his return. He's fighting a guy who's not on a crazy win streak, who has a big name, who's like exciting. He's pretty exciting. You know, Michael
Yeah.
Chandler's one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC right now. And he's a beatable guy. You know, I feel like Michael Chandler finds his success against like brawlers. That's why he did good against Justin Gaethje all 3 rounds. But when you fight a guy like Dustin Poirier who picks you apart, you see where failures come ahead because it goes past the first round. So I think that first round we'll see a war. But once it gets past the first round, I really think Conor could find success with just picking him apart and end up with the finish.
Yeah, so a little deep dive into this fight. Like I said, depending on if it's at welterweight or lightweight, it changes literally everything.
Yeah.
It's a whole different fight, honestly. But let's just assume it's at welterweight because how big Conor is and how big of a lightweight Chandler is. So welterweight is not a ridiculous thing to say. But how I look at this fight is it's kind of like how some people say it is. Like Chandler's an active fighter that trains very hard, that's committed to the game. He has the same mentality, you know, year round. I'll see you at the top. He's chasing gold. He wants to, you know, win a belt in the UFC. He wants to become like a very great lightweight, you know, like of all time. And if he beats, you know, if he somehow wins a championship in the UFC at lightweight, that says something, you know. So he just he's just motivated way more compared to anybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it live on YouTube?
Yeah.
Like it's caught up. Are you sure? Because on there it's paused. I just want to make sure. I don't want
know.
to. Okay. Cool.
It's
All
just
right.
because I didn't press the live button on that.
All right. My bad. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, you know, Chandler's motivated year round. He's ready to go against whoever he calls out. He wants the Charles rematch. He wanted the Conor fight. He's fought Gaethje. He's fought Poirier. He's already fought Charles. He fought Tiefer. He fought Dan Hooker. He's all over the place. So he's just motivated. He's right. He wants to win. That's the truth. And Conor is on yachts, probably doing cocaine, partying, doing just the most. He's living his life, in his own way. He's living what he thinks is the best life. So honestly, in my opinion, I don't know. Actually, I do know how much that means for a fight because Conor is not motivated. I don't think he is. He might be motivated, to come back, do the Ultimate Fighter, be a coach, and then fight Chandler. Yeah. And it's a good matchup for Conor because Chandler does get hit a lot, A lot. And even Poirier said it in that fight. He goes, if he threw more straight punches, he probably would have got me out of there. But he was like, luckily for me, his punches are very loopy and they're big time hooks. He goes, so down the middle strikes worked easy. What's Conor best at? Down the middle strikes, straight 1-2s with this powerful left hand. So, basing it off what we know, Conor should be able to touch him up. But the truth is, we don't know how Conor is, bro. It's been a while since he fought Poirier the third time. He broke his ankle, and it's not like he's been strictly focusing on rehabbing the ankle and getting in shape and this and that. He's jacked. He's a big dude, but he hasn't been doing it in the way that we'd all expect him to. Yeah. This is a way, I don't know, man. It's too hard to tell. It's like every other time there's a big fight, it's always like, this and that, but also this guy has this and that. It's never like clear as day. This guy's beating this guy. Yeah, it's never.
I feel like joining the Ultimate Fighter though is going to be huge for him because at the end of the day, when he's going to be surrounded by fighting, he's going to the whole time. Yeah. So that's going to last from May to August.
It's going to keep him in that the routine of being around fighters, training, helping them train and whatnot. It's going to be helping himself, but it's very hard to pick this fight, man, because Chandler, bro, he can crack. He's explosive. He's hella entertaining. Probably the most entertaining fighter on the roster right now. And we both know that these guys are ballistic in the first round. Yeah. Especially Michael Chandler. He's shown it a lot more recently because he's been fighting more often. In the first round, Michael Chandler's dangerous. He beat Gaethje in the first round. The first round with Poirier, he was doing very well until, he wasn't.
Cracked him.
Yeah, the first one against Charles, he was up. He knocked out Ferguson. He lost the first round of Ferguson, but he knocked him out in the second. But Dan Hooker beat him in the first round. He's very, very explosive and wild in the first round, and he usually wins them. And Conor, he's at his absolute best in the first round. He can do some of his, he can do good work later on, probably better than Chandler. He can do work better later in the rounds. Mm-hmm. But Conor in the first round is when he's absolutely fresh. And he likes to hurt people in the first round. And if he doesn't get him out of there in the first, since he had him hurt, he'll get him out of there in the second. So this fight is just very intriguing because one, it's most likely to be at 170. We don't even know really what it is, but let's just assume, like I said, 170. Conor's fought there before. Michael Chandler could stay at that weight and be completely fine. He doesn't have to really bulk up to that weight. Yeah. He can make 170 by cutting. 170 by a landslide, easily. You know what I'm saying? So it's very entertaining. The idea of this fight. I hope Conor wins because it just make the sport that much more interesting, and especially because the leaks of it being at lightweight. Damn well Conor wins. He's fighting the winner of Volk Islam, no doubt. Yeah. So I think he beats Islam. I don't know. Does he beat Volk at 55? I don't even know about that anymore, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I mean, I'm only saying that if Volk beats Islam. If Volk beats Islam, he's beating Conor at 55, no doubt.
Oh, so, easy money.
Easy. So I'm just saying it like it is. But yeah, man, very, very interesting fight.
The only problem I have with this fight is the fact that the loser is retiring. They have to. Yeah. Because if Michael Chandler loses, this guy's on a 2-fight losing streak.
I don't think he'll retire. I think he'll get that Dana White. You remember Dana White said about Derek Lewis? He's like, I'm not getting rid of him. I love that guy too much.
But bro,
it makes sense. It makes sense for Chandler to retire because he's, like you just said, he's getting a bag and he's on a big skid. Yeah. What's really next for somebody if you lose that many in a row? Is there really another money fight, highlight fight? Yeah. People are saying, maybe, homeboy, what's his name? Drew Dober versus Michael Chandler would be a sick fight.
Yeah,
Like, will
true.
Michael Chandler do it? Probably not, but like you said, I think he could retire because the payday could be so big.
Yeah.
Like you never know.
This could be one of the most.
This could be 2 million buys
Yeah.
after because the tough season,
Yeah.
the Ultimate Fighter season could get this to 2 million buys. Because Conor and the Ultimate Fighter when he was coaching against Uriah Faber, those clips are everywhere.
Yeah.
Those
Till this day.
videos on YouTube.
To this day.
Yeah, videos on YouTube with tens of millions of views. So if Conor comes back and he's like off his
Relentless,
coat, if he's crazy, like an actual psycho, hopefully, it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't come back all humble and shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we know that's not your personality.
like that Dustin Poirier 2 fight when he came back bald and humbled.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm straight.
That's not how you are,
he has
bro.
to come back like psycho. How you his normal self.
Yeah, but the problem
Talking
is, if
shit.
Chandler loses to Conor after 2 years with a broken leg,
That's embarrassing.
bro, the dude's not beating anybody in the lightweight division, bro.
Oh, he's not.
Except for like the
Like 50,
8th to like
10, yeah.
12th ranked dudes. You know what I'm saying?
And like
15th
down
ranked
down
dudes.
there, you got some stuff like Saryukin's like
Saryukin-
8 or
Yeah,
something like
bro.
that. Like you got studs down there. So
And if Conor loses to Michael Chandler, he hasn't won since 2016.
yeah,
Okay.
he has to get out of there.
So many injuries on a losing streak, bro. There's nothing.
Bro,
left in
I think the
UFC.
only thing like maybe bump up to 70 if this fight's at 55. Go to 70. Give us the Nate Diaz trilogy fight. I'm pretty sure Nate will do it. I know he's not technically in the UFC roster anymore, but he's never retired from fighting.
Yeah.
He's just out
of
contract
the
is
UFC.
up. I don't see why they won't do a 1 fight contract for Nate Diaz and Conor.
Yeah.
One more, give the fans a trilogy. Definitely get over 2 million buys, not even a doubt. Or maybe
Yeah.
pushing 2 million. Easy. That's like the last resort if Conor loses against Chandler. Like, give us that at least, before you leave. But this fight has a lot of stakes on it because Chandler wins. He spoils the night for the Conor, Conor mania. And then now we got, God knows you might get a rematch out of those two. You never know how it is, bro. Or Conor wins. Chandler's, he's done fighting these big money fights and like high contending fights. He's going to be.
But makes a bag.
Yeah. It's just a tough fight to pick. Like, it's going to suck for the loser, But at the end of the day, this fight, it's a pick 'em.
Yeah.
You got a guy that's very active and motivated and hardworking. And then you got a guy that has if Conor motivated and everything, he kills him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being honest. But you got a guy that has the skills like Conor. Like, Conor has the perfect skills to beat Chandler, but he doesn't have the mental. He doesn't have the brain. He doesn't have, like, the drive, the all those things that matter.
It's simply
I think
money,
he's
bro.
lacking. Yeah, it's money. And you
Yeah.
can't blame him. Maybe he doesn't want to go fucking fight a guy like Michael Chandler,
Yeah.
juiced to the gills, and get fucking flatlined. Like, maybe he just doesn't want to do that because he made so much fucking money fighting Floyd however many years ago, $100 million, and he gets paid $30-50 million a fight in the UFC. So
The dude's
can't really
set for
blame the
life.
guy, but I'm hoping Conor wins. I hope Conor wins. I hope the Ultimate Fighter is hella entertaining and funny, so this fight can get a bunch of hype. I hope Chandler does his side of the work and like makes it like
Promotes it and
kind of
shit.
like entertaining from his side as well. bashing Conor, talking shit to
Yeah,
Conor.
because he's respectful.
Mike Chandler's low key funny.
He's funny.
Yeah,
but
so-
he's really respectful.
yeah.
So
I hope he comes and like gives us something like I think he will. I think he knows promotion for this is going to be at an all time high. Think about it. It starts in April, right?
yeah, no May.
May. Okay, so April
15th.
April-ish.
Yeah,
You're gonna have all these promos. Ultimate Fighter, Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler,
Press
tuning in,
conferences.
press everything, bro. And people are they're gonna see it. They're gonna promote the shit out of it. And then when episodes are dropping, it's gonna be all over the place,
Yeah.
everywhere. So I hope, like I said, the Ultimate Fighter is entertaining. I hope it's good. I hope we get I hope the pay-per-view gets a bunch of buys. Like I want we need that, bro. We need Conor to like come back and make a fucking statement. We need him to win. We need to make sell 1.5+ million buys. Remind the crowd, the UFC fans, like he's the real like cash cow here. He brings it. It just he's funner when he's
I hope
around.
it's at 170 because I want if Conor were to win, he'd stay in that division.
Yeah.
I don't want him, bro. 155.
Islam has it on box.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine like Conor's not being Hamza at 170.
Not
You know
even
what I'm saying?
close.
It's like his best title chance probably against like Leon. Like he's not being Usman. He won't be Hamza. Or Savkat Rakhmonov probably fucking knocks Conor out.
Colby smoking his ass.
Colby smokes him. Gamebred will be fun, but Gamebred's booked against Burns.
Gamebred is ass.
Gamebred loses. Conor beats Chandler at 70. Give it Chandler versus Jorge versus Conor. Skip the title fight. 2.5 million buys.
That would get a
You
lot
know?
of buys.
Bro, Usman versus Jorge 1 did like 1 point something
Yeah.
because it was on Fight Island, COVID, this, that. Imagine Conor versus Jorge get 2 million buys. Easily. 2
I think the Chandler fight is gonna get around there, bro.
It has to.
Yeah,
With the
it
Ultimate
has to
Fighter,
be.
if it goes anything under 1.5, that's disappointing. It has to.
Yeah, they're gonna promote bro. If I see some slap fighting while that
That shit sucks.
where the Ultimate Fighter is going on, Connor. If I see slap fighting, bro, I'm smacking the shit out of
It's
Dana
crazy
White when I
that
see
like
his bald ass.
Dana White, he's a business mind genius, and I don't know why he decided to do this thing.
Bro, I genuinely think
I don't know why he did it.
he enjoys the shit out of it. If you watch the clips
No,
of him
it-
slapping it, bro, he likes
Yeah,
watching people slap each
and
other.
that's true because whatever Dana likes, he usually like either invests in or he makes it a thing. Like,
Yeah.
remember that one video of that big girl? Somebody robbed the store. She came.
Yeah.
He liked the video. He liked
flew her out.
He flew her out. She works for them.
Yeah.
She works for
Security.
the. Yeah, she's a security guard now. Yeah, like whatever Dana likes, he like gets. He does. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
give a fuck what people think, which is kind of cool. But like slap fighting, like I don't enjoy watching it because it's low-key funny when I see clips of like it's funny in the way like, dude, what the fuck are you doing this sport for?
Yeah.
Like why'd you do this? Like what the fuck you doing? You know?
Yeah.
But like if he's making money, which he probably is, you know,
No
he's
way.
not
Off
paying.
that. I don't think they're making.
No, he's
money
not
off
making
that.
like great like
Yeah,
UFC
yeah.
money. He's probably just making a lot of money because he pays them literally like $2,000 to show up
$2,000.
to win. But who's idiot enough to sign that? Like you got to remember, it's half Dana White's fault for offering that much. Why the fuck do it then?
I think there's people they think that like it'll reach out the higher audience.
Man, they're just dumb then.
Yeah.
They got to be because like you're practically getting knocked out for $4,000. No, $2,000. You
If
got to
you
win.
lose, yeah.
Yeah. If you get knocked out, you lose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is, bro, it's like no. If you get knocked out, there's a 10-second count to get back up.
Man, I'll not get up.
The problem is like with UFC and like boxing and all this stuff, you get the chance to protect yourself.
Mhm.
With slap fighting, you gotta stand there and let someone smack your skull off. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
listening. Yep.
So that is just like instant CTE. I don't know who came up with this. I don't know how the Nevada State Commission even approved this. It does not look safe at all, bro. And he said that. Oh, Dana said they did the test. This, that, bro. Slap fighting has never been a thing, bro. This is like
it's a new thing, bro.
yeah, it's like a trials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just really think Dana White was sitting down, bored as hell, seen a couple slap videos on YouTube. Was like, shit, let me make a org.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bunch of people who will literally fight for they'll slap each other for $2,000. I will not get slapped in the face by a fat ass hand
Oh, I'm straight.
while I stand there and let him knock me out. Like, bro, I don't care about that.
I'm straight, bro.
So,
Can you test the audio? Make sure it's not echoing.
yeah. I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
slap fighting.
Hey guys, if anybody's in the YouTube stream, can you please leave
Yeah,
a?
listen. Echoing a little, but it's fine.
Okay, we'll just take our voice down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're echoing a little
Let me
bit too
put on
much,
this, TikTok.
it was like 12. Now it's only. What's it called? If we're echoing, let us know. We'll try to keep it down, like because when we get loud, it starts to echo.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, slap fighting. It's a L.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I say we, Benil Dariush Charles got booked.
It's official.
Official.
You want to talk about that, or you want to?
We'll pass on that.
We'll save it for later,
yeah, another
like a
time.
different day.
Yeah, we can just start the card. We can honestly just start the
Brian
card.
Daboll won Coach of the Year, Giants head coach.
I knew he was gonna win.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. Sauce Gardner won Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the
I
Year?
think so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm tripping. I thought you said something else.
Pretty sure he won Rookie of the Year.
Cool.
All right. Let's talk about UFC 284.
There's only
I think,
so much to
I
talk
think we
about.
just talk about two fights.
Yeah,
honestly.
literally the main event and co-main event.
Let's just
there's
let's start with Volk and Islam.
Main event?
Yeah, I personally,
You want to do picks or just like a break,
I just want to say something about Volk.
Go ahead.
I really think Volk is gonna surprise some people.
And win or surprise him in his skills and like not look as bad.
I
as
genuinely
others.
think Volk is gonna win. You know, I've been on the record saying that like Islam is a clear-cut favorite, but after really doing some thinking, a lot of thinking, I'm probably on like the minority side of this fight. But I truly think bro, he's a pound for pound fighter for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He hasn't lost in the UFC once. The dude's a fucking dog. I know he's moving up in the division, but he's used to that weight.
Mhm.
You know, and I know there's some clips of where Volk has been like taken down to the ground and stuff like that. But he's evolved in a fighter where he's like kind of on a different dimension. You know what I'm saying? So I truly think that Volk is gonna surprise some people, and I would not be surprised if he wins.
How do you think he gets it done if he wins? Like
I think-
decision? Like
I
you think
think
he lasts
No, I think it'll be like a late finish. A late finish.
like TKO or like a sub?
TKO or sub, third, fourth, fifth round, just a late finish. Or it's either I'm gonna look stupid again going against Islam, and I'm okay with that, but I truly think he's gonna surprise a lot of people.
I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people in the way of he's not gonna look like everybody else against Islam.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna show us he's gonna stuff some takedowns.
yeah,
He's gonna get taken down and get up. Not easily, but he'll be able to get up like easier than most people. And I think he's gonna actually hurt Islam, like not like maybe stun him. You know, maybe drop him.
hmm
But I think he's gonna look very good on the feet. I don't think if there's one dude to beat Islam, it's Volk. You know, like off the top of my head, it's gotta be. But it's just we've never seen like anybody try to take Volk down and keep him there. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, like everyone like after they get fucked up on their feet, they might maybe shoot, but they're already so dead and drained they can't. There's just no way. And he's such a strong featherweight, big ass legs. Used to weigh 212. Dude is huge, so I think he's gonna look very good. It's tough to say that Islam's just gonna horse the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
A lot of people think that he's.
I
Gonna
doubt
just
it.
whoop
I
him.
doubt it. Like I just literally can't vision it in my head that he just gets absolutely ragdolled, just like everybody else. Like how Islam did Bobby Green. There's just no way. I just can't see it. So, man, I hope to God Volk wins.
Yeah.
I hope he pulls the fucking rabbit out the hat and just wins somehow. You know, maybe go 5 rounds. You know, go to decision, beat him on points. Like that'll be cool. Like a finish will be cool, but like I wouldn't mind him going 5. I think the longer the fight goes on, it favors Volk because he can go 5. Islam can go 5 as well, but Volk can go 5 like
Clean.
clean, like hard, bro. You know, and he just like when you can go 5 better, like when you go 5 rounds longer and harder, it's like everything adds up in that 5th round when he's like cracking him on the feet.
Mm.
So I hope if pretty much my point is if Volk wins, I could see it being by a decision, split, unanimous, whatever you want to call it, whatever. Islam, this guy, bro, they're just these Dagestanis, bro.
Yeah, I know.
They're just different in breed, bro. They're just unlike anything I've ever
Yeah.
seen, bro. Like if every fighter trained the way they did and just did exactly what they did, like
Everyone would be good.
everyone would be unreal.
Yeah.
But Islam, man, I don't even know what to say about him. The guy just fucking he just does the same thing every time and it always works.
Yeah.
It's getting out of hand at this point. Like someone needs to figure out this formula to beat these Dagestanis. I swear to God, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
They all know they're gonna take you down. You know that coming into the fight, they still do it.
Yeah.
That you all know they're gonna try to tie your leg up and beat on you against the cage. They still do it. Like,
Yeah.
is this the day where somebody fucking finally figures out the formula? I thought that guy was gonna be Charles. I thought he was written. I thought he was fucking sculpted to beat the Dagestanis because realistically, like his fight style and everything was perfect for
Yeah.
Dagestanis. Clearly not, I guess. So hope Volk, you know, a stockier short guy, you know, harder to take down.
Yeah.
Like I hope he is finally the guy to do it. But as of right now, I'm not gonna bet my money against Islam at his weight class. I would say I'm leaning towards Islam on winning, but it's not like a confident,
Yeah.
oh, Islam got this all day. I'm gonna say, oh, I got Islam winning, but I really won't even be. I'd be surprised if Volk wins. Don't get it twisted, but like, there's one guy to do it. It's probably Volk.
Yeah, and like you said, how he's like short, stubby,
And just jacked.
and
Like,
a
he's
lot of
big,
people,
wide
a
dude.
lot of people, they're even Islam's underestimating the crap out of him. You know, like of all these interviews, they're
People
just
forget he's pound for pound number 1.
they're laughing
The
at him.
people
You know
are
what I'm saying?
forgetting
Every video of him talking about what he's gonna do, people are saying he's nervous. He's
Get
a
outta
joke
here.
compared to Islam. This, that.
Volk nervous.
And
Get
like,
hell
bro,
outta
the
here.
thing is, people don't understand. Volk has a longer reach than Islam. Volk has longer arms than Islam.
Volk has very long arms for his weight class,
Yeah.
and it's especially at lightweight still long.
Yeah, and he has longer arms than Islam. You know, you disconnected your mic. So I don't think reach is gonna be a huge factor in this fight. And if there's one thing about not Charles, there's one thing about Volk that he knows how to get to you. You know, his style of fighting is so quick. He's always on his feet. He's always moving, and that's how he's always been. And that's where he's gotten success. You know, so I feel like the striking side of things is clear cut Volk. Although Islam has such an unorthodox boxing, I think he doesn't really use leg kicks as much, but his boxing is pretty
very good.
It's definitely better than what Khabib's was.
Yeah.
And
the striking is not as bad as people make it seem. It's just because his wrestling is so much better. It covers up for everything he does on the feet.
Yeah. So I really truly feel like Volk has a good shot at this. I think Volk has a good shot against any fighter in history that could make his weight class. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's getting underestimated. So I wanna roll with the underdog on this. You know, I've been watching a lot of videos, just really just deep diving in. It's just seeing what Volk can really bring to the table.
And it's everything that you need to be a guy like Islam, because
it all comes down to that first takedown. Islam if Islam takes you down and he gets up right away, or he sprawls and doesn't get taken down, a long night. Yeah.
This, like, what he did at featherweight is not... Dude, beat Max Holloway 3 times? Are you...
Yeah. And the third time was so...
I bet this thing is bothering me. Give me a second, guys. I'll get right back into it. This thing is so... What's wrong? This thing was fucking falling off the whole time. I'll get it. Let me fix this real quick, bro. My bad.
I think we've been the only one in the...
Like, just us?
Yeah.
And it's our first one. It's all right. Yeah. That is what it is. But we might as well just record it and just post the whole stream. Yeah.
Flip it and stuff. Okay. Let's keep talking about Islam.
Yeah.
Volk.
So, I forgot where we were. I lost my train of thought. I was talking about Volk a little bit. But
yeah.
Volk, you know, with Volk, yeah, like Max Holloway. There we go. He beat Max Holloway 3 times. The third time was, like, he made it look easy. And to make Max Holloway look like nothing... That's unreal. He definitely took Max Holloway's, like, I don't want to say confidence, but that's what it kind of seems like to me. Like, Max Holloway was once the king of featherweight. Then here comes this guy. He beat you 3 times in a row. And the third one, he beat your ass. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Like, he took I feel Max Holloway's like, wow. Like, what the fuck? Like, this guy's the real deal. Yeah. At one point, Max Holloway was a talk of him fighting Khabib, but they're actually scheduled to fight once. Face off and everything. Like, Max Holloway, he was that guy. And then you got a guy that just came and ran through the whole division. And we talked about this a little bit with Lucas Tracy. We talked about it with him. People forget, like, the things he did before, like, in between these Max Holloway things and before it. He made Kareem Zahabi look like a punching bag, to be honest.
Made easy work of Chad Mendes.
He made easy work of Chad Mendes. Brian Ortega had him in a submission. That was a lucky submission, I'm to be honest. It's not like he was, like, working that submission. Yeah, like, Volk slipped up for a second. The second he got out of it, he was beating on him. He got caught in another one. Got out of it, no problem. Beat him up even more. Like, fucked him up. He beat Chad Mendes, like you said. He beat Jose Aldo. People forget about that one. Jose Aldo was still pretty young when he fought him. Like, bro, he's beat a lot of other people that matter, is my point. And he's, like, battle tested. Like, he deserves this title shot against Islam. And this is just one of those situations, again, where we got another dude testing the Dagestani at lightweight. And will he come up short? I don't know. I hope not. But I just hope it's not a one-side beatdown, you know, by Islam. I just hope it's not like, because if it is, that dude's never ever gonna lose. The only slight dot of hope is Saryukian because he gave Islam a tough fight on his debut when he was 22 years old on short notice. That's like a reach, though. That's like your literal only hope of beating Islam is Saryukian taking him to 5 rounds and just beating him on some scorecards due to like his better striking and some control time because he had that in their first fight. But that's like your literal only hope, and that's even like a stretch. So yeah, but pretty much to make it up, if if Islam wins, that's it, guys. We're stuck until he retires.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
We just gotta pray he leaves early.
Yeah, I hope he.
Like he ain't leaving early.
He ain't leaving
early, bro.
I wish we could talk about this fight more, like not like who's gonna win and stuff like that. More of like their skills and what makes them win. Like we can, but I think it's pretty obvious to the people. Because when you have a fighter, when you have a Dagestani, it's simple. You stay on your feet, you're fucking winning the fight. You feel me? You don't, you're losing. With other fights like Poirier, Chandler, like the breakdown's a little bit like more deep dive. Like, if Chandler uses, his leaping hooks and Poirier does this and that and his comment, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But this fight, like Volk, his keys to victory, and he knows this, obviously. But in my opinion, his keys to victory are, I don't like. I know he's gonna not want to be taken down, but if you get taken down, don't like call the fight there. Some people they lose hope once they get taken down by one of these Dagestanis once. They right away they quit. You can't quit after he gets taken down like multiple times. He has to stay like sharp minded and just motivated and focused. Fucking bro, his angle changes and his speed blitzes, how fast he punches, and his combinations are excellent. He has to throw punches in bunches. Throw 4 punches for the 5th and 6th one to land. Miss 4 times to land 2. Like he needs to. You gotta land some punches to just get up on the scorecards, like stats wise, because some judges that's what they like to see. Like you can't go in there and strictly just like if he goes in there just strictly defense takedowns, he's so worried about the takedown, but he doesn't use any offense. Islam's gonna win. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like he needs to stuff takedowns and attack, not just stuff and wait for the next one, and then be cautious and play it safe. And he has to be on the offense. Like anytime he's ready, like anytime there's a takedown not happening, Volk has to be the one putting Islam on his back foot, pressing him, he has great leg kick, great calf kicks, throwing the those kicks, using his sharp, fast combinations, his great footwork. He has to be using what he's best at when there's the chance. And the only chance you have is when he's not trying to take you down, he doesn't have you against the fence. He needs to be getting the one with the octagon control and pressuring Islam. Because if that doesn't happen, Islam puts you on your back foot, his striking is decent enough to strike, not like to touch Volk up. And then you're already against the cage. That's where he wants you to be. He's going to take you down. He's going to, probably, usually the Dagestanis, they go from the body, then they drop down. Mm-hmm. If Islam is pushing the pressure on Volk, and Volk is against the cage, like his back is like towards it, he's going to close the distance. He's going to get like a body lock. He's going to trip you, do whatever the sambo, the sambo judo hit, whatever it may be, toss you to the floor. He's going to keep you there. He's going to tie your leg up, and then he bagged that round. If he doesn't finish you, he bagged it guaranteed. So Volk needs to avoid that as much as possible. He needs to be, like right now when this fight comes on Saturday and we're watching, we'll know off the first minute or two if Volk is pushing the action and he's bringing it to Islam's going to have a tough fight. But if it starts and Islam is just pushing Volk to the cage and he shoots early and gets one, like we said earlier, it's most likely going to favor Islam a lot better. So, like, that's kind of my keys to victory for like Volk. What do you think are for like Islam's? Obviously, I know take him down, but like if you want to like talk deep into it,
Islam's simple. Islam, it's so like you said, it's so easy. Yeah, these Dagestani boys.
It's one thing
because they tell you their plan. Everyone knows their plan.
Like Volk knows it's like he knows what Islam needs to do to win.
Yeah,
keep me down.
Take you down.
Yeah,
and just keep you there.
Yeah.
And the submission will come, or it will just wear you out.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't mean to cut you off. The thing is, with Islam, different to Khabib, Islam likes to ground and pound more than Khabib. He likes to hurt you down there more. Khabib usually take you down. He'll touch you a little bit. Khabib has in some cases he was smashing. You know, like against Conor. Remember when like in that, I think it was the first round or second round, he was just beating on him. Yeah. So like Khabib, I'm not saying Khabib doesn't do it, but I feel like Islam chases finishes more.
Yeah.
Like look at Islam's past 5 fights, I think, or 4 fights, all finishes. Like they may not be the most exciting submissions or finishes, but he gets them. You know what I'm saying? So, go back to what you're saying, but I'll just pretty much saying just overall like Islam. Like he takes you down and like he actually like chases a finish. But
I just think, bro, with Islam, I think it's gonna be if he wins, it's gonna be kind of similar like how he beat Charles. When he beat Charles, he was clinching with him against the cage, kneeing him a lot, and it was wearing his body, just wearing him out. And then he had that trip in the first round, when Charles got back up, and he was and they're up against the fence. But I think, bro, the same game plan as usual. Just go for that. Just take him to the ground. You know where you're best at. Just keep him there. I do think, I don't think Volk is going to beat the crap out of him standing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't think he'll lose many exchanges because Islam does know how to get away from when someone blitzes him. That's the one thing that Islam is really good at when it comes to striking. He's not really stylish striker, but the dude knows how to strike. You know what I'm saying? He has power.
He's decent, yeah.
His first punch against Charles cracked Charles. Yeah, it hurt him. The second the fight started against Charles, he showed him like, hey, I'm here. So I really feel like the way he beats Volk is similar to Charles. He's just gonna hold him up against the fence, knee him a lot, knee to the body, take him down, finish him. That's if he were to win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's his best way of winning. And I feel like that's the only way he's looking at to win the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Like he's talking about he wants to stay on the feet, knock him out. Like that's probably what he wants to do.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
But he's probably gonna resort to what he's most comfortable with, which is taking a guy down, getting a submission, ground and pound TKO.
Do you think he's power enough to knock out Volk?
Like standing up on the feet, just like one shot him?
Yeah.
Oh no. He can maybe, you never know, he can stun him with a shot Volk doesn't see.
Yeah.
Stun him a little bit, take him down, and then like ground and pound. But to like one shot him and put him out, no, I doubt it. No. Because Volk has a nice chin.
He does.
He has a very nice chin, and he's just so his fight IQ is up there, all time up there. Yeah. So yeah,
it's gonna be a good fight. I don't know why it's not being talked about enough.
It's number 1 versus number 2. Two of the best fighters the sport has.
Has that ever happened? No.
I think it's just. I think from Jump Street, it just never was like. Everyone wants to see it, and the promotion just didn't do a good job because like. It's really the 2 best in perennial weight classes, featherweight and lightweight, especially lightweight. And you have the 2 best that the UFC has to offer. Like right now, the UFC's they want to send 2 guys to fucking another organization to fight their champs. They're sending them at those weight classes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no doubt. Like if you want to send your 2 best guys, like skill wise, come compete with our guys who will beat easily. Like those are the 2 you send. You feel me?
I just don't know why the UFC made the card so shitty. Bro, the prelims and early prelims are so bad.
Terrible. I'm not even going to watch them.
Bro, the main card, Jack Della Mandela, that dude, he's a beast.
He's a cool prospect.
Yeah, he's a beast. And he's fighting Randy Brown.
I forgot to tell you, Nathaniel Wood tore his ACL.
I seen that video.
Lerone Murphy, I don't think he's fighting him, bro. I don't know if it's old picture.
No, I seen it on Twitter. He was grappling and they went out of the... He shot for a takedown and he got hurt. Daniel Wood got hurt. I seen it on Twitter.
So that fight's off?
Yeah, that fight's... No, I don't think it's off. They'll probably just find someone else.
I hope, bro. Yeah. I want Lerone Murphy to fight and win,
they'll probably find someone else.
Hope.
But what I was saying, bro, the heavyweight fight, it's like the second fight on the card.
Yes.
Bro, one of the guys is 5-3, bro.
Oh, Justin Tafa.
Justin Tafa is 5-3, bro.
Yeah.
And he's fighting Peter Parker.
Peter Parker
or something. Bro, like, I don't know what they're doing, dude.
I don't know either. I'm looking at the picture. His knee was split open. That's literally disgusting.
No, but
you want to talk about co-main event?
Yeah.
Talking to that real quick.
Co-main event, Yair Rodriguez,
this guy, like,
Josh Emmett.
If you think the main event got no traction, this is even worse.
Yeah, bro. Nobody's talking about this. I think it's gonna be.
It's a good fight. It's gonna be a great fight.
It's gonna be a good
People are sleeping on this fight. This fight is about to be unreal. Yeah. This fight's gonna be very good, and it sucks because they're not doing anything with it.
Yeah,
and it's literally like it might not be doesn't have like the most like significant like who wins. Like it's not like the most like fight like hyped up like that.
Yeah.
But for people that enjoy watching a good fight, this is like a great fight to watch. You got
I think mainly because like, bro, the winner wins the interim title for the featherweight division. We all know who the fucking champion is. You know,
it's
what
not
I'm
even
saying?
that. It's just like it's so random.
Yeah.
Like you know, like but what's it called? Like just talking about the fight. This fight, bro. There's no way it sucks. There's
No.
literally just no. You have a guy in Yair Rodriguez who is one of the more dynamic strikers in the UFC right now. And people are gonna say, "Oh yeah, striking's over." Go watch his fights, bro. The guy throws every possible kick, elbow. Like look what he's knocked out Zombie with that one knockout of the year, that upwards elbow. He lit Max Holloway up with some head kicks. You know, Max Holloway just better than him, so he beat him. But bro, this guy, he's so fast. I remember when he fought Max Holloway, like before the fight started. I said, "Damn, when's the last time I really watched that Yair Rodriguez fight?" And I was thinking, you know, when he fought who did he fight? He fought somebody and like there was an eye poke or whatever there was. And then I watched the Zombie fight, but I forgot how like good he was. And then I remember you watched the Max Holloway fight. Bro, he's so fast, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fast.
He's so quick. So you have a guy that's very quick and accurate, but carries power because of his fucking speed.
Yeah.
You don't see it coming. And you have a guy on Josh Emmett who I think is juiced. There just ain't no way he ain't.
He has a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle back.
Yeah, he's got to be, bro. And he hits like a truck.
Yeah.
So Josh Emmett, and he'll brawl if he needs to. And he's just like a wild dude out there, bro. He's just such a strong featherweight. He's not like Volk, but like he has like a body type like Volk. Like they're a little shorter, but like fucking huge and like strong. And he's one of those guys. And these are two finishers. Yeah. These guys are two finishers. Josh Emmett's 18-2. That's a good record, bro.
Yeah, he's coming off like a 4-fight win streak.
Yeah, it's a very good record. And then you got Yair Rodriguez, you know, with guys that stand up, he has great fights with. You know, Frankie Edgar took him down, beat him up. He got exposed, you know, there. But when you have a guy willing to stand up with him.
Yeah, you're a knockout BJ Penn.
Did he, or you're asking me, can he?
Didn't he?
Probably did. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too familiar. Like, I don't remember. But yeah, man, like, when you have a guy like Yair Rodriguez and Josh Emmett, short, strong, Yair Rodriguez, tall, lanky, two guys chasing finishes, two guys wanting a highlight reel knockout on a big card it's going to get buys just because it's Islam, you know? Like, he brings a lot of people to begin with. So it's, like, significant for the winner of this featherweight fight, the interim fight. But, man, like, this fight is going to be... If this fight's bad... It's just going to kill the whole day, bro, because everything leading up to it wasn't going to be good anyways. So, like, we need at least 2 fights. Give me 2 fights on the whole entire UFC card to be good. Yeah. You know? So, I'm hoping we at least get this one that's good.
Someone just commented, Raul Aguilar Jr. Yair is long and tall. If he keeps his distance, he can piece Josh up. Jiu-jitsu will come in handy, but Josh can keep him down and has heavy hands for real.
Yep.
That is true, but I don't think this fight is going to the ground at all. I think it's going to be one of those fights.
I only think it'll go to the ground if Yair hurts Emmett.
If he gets cracked.
If he hurts him, Emmett, he's so strong, and Yair's takedown defense and just ability to get up after being down isn't the best. So I don't think Emmett's going to force wrestling. Yeah. But if he needs to pull it out because he's either hurt or he knows he's down, he needs to try another way to win, take him down, get a finish. Yeah. Maybe. But it's not going to be Emmett's game plan. I'm going to go shoot on this guy, take him down, beat him up, do that for 5 rounds. He wants to knock him out. Yeah. So Raul makes a good point. Like, he's right. Yair is tall. You know, he does have, you know, he is like a lanky guy. He's going to try to keep distance and whatnot. Josh Emmett does have very heavy hands. He is very strong. But I think it's going to be one of those things where those just merge into them having a striking battle. And it'll only result to wrestling if, like we just said, if Emmett either gets hurt or he realizes he's down and he needs to take it and needs to find another way to win. Yeah. Because he could be in the 4th round and people are like, oh, you got to get a knockout. And he's probably just saying, like, I can't touch this dude. Let me try taking him down and maybe get a finish there. So that could be another outcome for him. But I just think it's going to be all stand up.
And
I
love that. Yeah, I love that, so bro. I hope it's fight of the night. It probably is going to be fight of the night.
It has fight of the night written all over it. It could be fight of the year. You never know. But like you have 2 guys worthy of. Those 2 guys can get it. You know, there just has to be. At least go past like the 3rd. Yeah. You know, it has to be like a
if that ends in the 1st or 2nd, I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah. But, it'd be cool. I hope it's like a highlight reel finish, but
Alright. I mean, that's really the only two fights.
I wish there was more, bro. If there was more, I literally could talk for another couple hours.
I mean, bro, we talked about Islam and Volk for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's so easy because it's such a good fight. This fight is very good too, but the stakes on it aren't as you know, like
crazy.
We all know what's next. You beat whoever wins this, you fight Volk.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying, like, we know that it doesn't attract, like, you know, if Volk wins, Conor can be introduced to Volk. If Islam wins, fucking, I don't even know if Islam wins. If Islam wins, we just like people are gonna start talking about him being the greatest and this and that, which is ridiculous to me. But
get ready for it.
Yep, we're ready. How many people are watching?
1. But we're about to end the stream.
Yeah, it was our first stream on YouTube.
It's the first YouTube stream. We got to start promoting it. We got to promote it a little better. But thank you for anybody who's in here or who has been in here.
Yeah.
TikTok, thank you so much. Give a follow if you're new to our channel. Come over to YouTube.
Subscribe to our YouTube.
Show some love. And we'll see you guys in the next stream.
Yeah, after the fight, most likely. Because
right
we'll have something to talk about right after. So, yep, like you said, just follow, subscribe, stay posted on our Instagram and our TikTok.